welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again, and as always, I really and truly appreciate every view, every like, every comment, every share, everything. It means so much to me, I'm gonna get to the real reason shortly why I started a YouTube channel. I'll let you guys know that soon enough. So yeah, you probably won't know why I have my hair in two. By the way, look at the length. Have you seen the length of my hair? None. If you see me looking like to the side, I just have her camera right here because I have to be watching her because she's sleeping. Look at my hair. I just washed it. It's 9:30 p.m. right now. I just washed it and I'm going to be just kind of combing through my hair and moisturizing it tonight while I talk to you. I figure more or less sometimes it's just kind of boring to watch me on your screen, and maybe, I don't know, it's you can see me doing my hair and I can just do two things in one, kill two birds with, Lord God, she wake up, Lord God. Okay, so she definitely is awake right now, but let's just do this. So my video today will be on why I don't say no to baby girl. All right, so as I said before, we're gonna kill two birds with one stone. So I'm gonna be talking to you while I try to just moisturize my hair. Okay, so of course everybody knows that I absolutely adore, I really love being a mom. It's one of the best things that I have been doing in life ever, and I'm so blessed and so grateful that I have this baby girl because she is amazing. She's so fun, she's growing lovely, she's striving, as they would put it, and I'm just so happy to be in her presence and that she chose me to be her mom. So part of the whole motherhood or parenthood thing is that as children grow older, they become more curious and they want to see and be a part of a lot of things. As adults or as parents, one of the first words that always come to our minds is the word no. And because they may be touching this, or they may be walking here, going there, just turning the place upside down, and we're like, no, don't do that, don't touch that, don't go there, don't do this, just no. First of all, no isn't a negative word, but it can be perceived as such, especially as a child, you know what I mean? So I want to give you three reasons why, actually 3 reasons, because you can't say reasons why because English. 3 reasons I don't say no to baby girl. First one is should I shave my arm? Okay, so number 1, I hope, first of all, before I start, I really hope I can do the multitasking, because multitasking is not my area of expertise at all. But number 1 is because I don't think I want to desensitize her to the word no. So when they, by that I mean, I don't want it to be a case that when she hears the word no from me, she doesn't think that it's something serious. Because, so for example, say she's walking down the road and I say to her, no, don't go there, or no, don't do that, and it's actually something that is not life-threatening, it's not dangerous. It's because of maybe me being lazy, not wanting to go follow her down the road, or to walk with her, or I want it to be a case where when I say no, it means that, child, I'm trying to save you from the drama, I'm trying to save you from extreme hurt, anything that may not be, that's her in the background, anything that may hurt her or may not be helpful for her or progressive for her. So I don't want to desensitize her. Sometimes when your parents tell you, I mean, growing up, right, sometimes when your parents tell you no, it's like, you're like, oh well, I mean, they've said no to me before and nothing happened, so it's not going to make a difference now. So I don't want it to be a case where, even though obviously she's like 10 months and sometimes she doesn't really fully understand, even though I think she does understand, because when I say no, sometimes she look upon me and she would just like laugh, and I'm like, girl, you know what I mean. But yes, growing up, sometimes when our parents told us no, we wouldn't take it as serious, because it's almost as if they tell us no for everything, and we're like, well, I know the first time you're gonna say no to me, and it's not the first time that I'm going to disobey that. It's going to bring me to point number 2. This seems like it's going to be a short video, by the way. So, and I don't know if I'm gonna be finished my hair in time. But look at it, boy. My ends need to be clipped. Yeah, clipped though. Oh, what am I using? I'm using Auntie Jackie. Can you guys see? Auntie Jackie. Generally, I don't use Auntie Jackie because I use a Jamaican brand called Ashley, but I'll link it below. But because I don't have my products, and because I'm not in Kingston right now, and I can only get it in Kingston at the moment, unfortunately, I don't have it. So I just use Auntie Jackie in the meantime. We were talking about point 2, redirection or an explanation to her. So for example, she have this thing where she love maybe scrape me in my face, or maybe like really some hard touches on my chest, like some on my chest. I'd say you can probably tap the table, but don't tap mommy's chest. You can tap the table instead, type of thing. Wouldn't say like, no, don't do it, don't do that. Or I would try to explain to her that if you do that to mommy's chest, it hurts, so it's going to be painful for mommy, so be gentle in how you're doing it. I always say to her, be gentle. That's probably like the motto when it comes to her. Be gentle when she's scraping, and when she had tap, and when she had beat, and when she had lick, and when she had did that or whatever. Let's try to try to express positively what it feels like to me and what she's doing, like what her actions are, right? And another thing that I do is that, you know, instead of redirection as well too. So kind of going back to the whole walking thing. So one of the things that we always do is to walk in the morning time. And in the mornings, the grass is wet. We got early mornings, maybe around like after 7, closer to 8 sometimes, if she wakes up late, or if we just kind of have a late day. So I actually cannot multitask, because I don't know why I'm trying to do my hair and talking to you guys. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna park it for a moment and just talk to you guys, because it's not working out for me at all. Okay, back to the point. So we're still on point 2, which is redirection or explain certain things to her. So as I said before, we go for morning walks, and usually the grass is wet. So sometimes, you know, because she's still trying to catch up on her walking game, even though she run these days as well, she's trying to run these days, but sometimes in the morning I realize that she would be walking in the grass, like the grass is wet. So I wouldn't, as opposed to saying, no, don't walk in the wet grass, girl, I would just tell her, walk over here because, you know, it's drier, or walk to this side because it's easier for you, it's not as rocky, the stones won't trip you, different things like that. And I find that, as I said before, she may not understand all of these things, but it's practice for you. So when you get older and when they become more curious, or when they ask about certain things, you're able to explain yourself to them, because children love to learn, they love to listen, they look up to you, they would hope that you have all the answers. And even if you don't have all the answers, that's totally fine. You and your child can research it together, so you both can learn something new at the same time, and that's, you know, something that's beautiful as well too, because of the conversation that may come out of it, right? So going back, I forgot my points, right? So explaining now to them the reasoning behind things is way better than saying, no, don't do this, or no, don't do that. Because one, it helps you to understand certain things better as the parent, and two, it actually shows you how to break down things, you know, on a level so your child can understand. And it's always good. It gives you it gives you like a great feeling whenever you're explaining something to your child and them understand it on a level. And it makes for good conversation, because the thing is, sometimes when you break down certain things, I mean, she's 10 months, but this is just how I imagine it going. So even though I may say certain things and I may break it down to her a lot, I know that she feels my energy. Like, I know that she feels my energy, and I know that she can understand in a way. And when she reached like 1 or 2, I would have gotten my practice in terms of explaining certain things to her and not really just saying the whole no thing all the time. And 2, it would just kind of also inspire a certain level of curiosity and creativity and conversation, and just the dialect, and how to articulate yourself, and how your child listens to you articulating yourself, so they can mirror all of that. So that's one of the things that I try to do with her when it comes to, as opposed to saying no, I just do the whole redirection, just kind of shift the focus type of thing, because it really does help, right? Brings me to my third point now. Wow, this is a pretty short video, which brings me to my third point, which is positive self-talk and explanation, and just to be more constructive. I guess part 2 and part 3 kind of tying in the same way, but it's a little bit different. Here's how. So being constructive now in your explanation to them, as opposed to saying no. I keep saying that throat as if we don't know what we're talking about. The last time I'm gonna say that, one time I catch myself, I said no to her still, because this one time she has this thing where she loves to put the cork, like she loves to put corks on the bottle, like the cover up on the bottle them and all of those things. And she likes to put things like objects in bottles or boxes, or take them out or put them in. That's her at the moment. So the other day, the big water bottles, like the big blue, like Catherine's Peak water bottle, where you go to the supermarket and you fill up the big one them. I don't know the size of it, but I just know say it can serve you for the whole month. So we have that at home, and she dropped one banana in there, and I'm like, no, don't do that, don't drop it in there. And then in the moment I realized that just kind of saying no to her, and like my reaction was I was very excitable, and it probably maybe frightened her a little bit, and it kind of break the whole thing of me not wanting to say no to her. But sometimes the thing is, it catch you in the moment, especially because if we're trying to break certain parental patterns, which I am trying to do, it's like a fly out of your mouth sometimes, because you're still trying to get the hang of everything. So when she dropped the banana in the water buckle, I said no, drop it in there. And then I found myself explaining to her about it, like, if you drop the banana in there, we're not gonna be able to drink the water it's no longer gonna be clean, and then we'd have to just try to find something else to drink out of. Sometimes though, when I'm explaining certain things to her, to be honest, the explanation or the sentences or the whole positive talk does not come like straight away. So I'd have to pause sometimes and just think about what I'm saying to her, and be proper in what I'm saying, so she can it can actually make sense to me and her, right? The thing as well about it is that every baby loves to put things in their mouth. She sees me using my pen every single day, and even though a pen can be a hazard in terms of it can stick out your eye, stick it on your belly, wherever it may be, it can be a hazard overall. But obviously if you're supervising them, then you're able to my mother asked me to show you guys this. So this is these are her scribbles, and yes, that's her name. You know, I'm gonna try to hide it for, but this is her the them scribbles here she do, right? But generally, as parents, sometimes what we see when a child is holding a pen is that you're gonna drink yourself in your eye. But for me, in this particular situation, no, you see the pen, you want the pen, okay, then this is how you use the pen, right? And I don't tell her no, you can't have the pen because you're not ready for write it and them something there. At 10 months old, she's scribbling, okay, she's scribbling. And do you know, if you practice this, if she does this like every single day for like the rest of the year, she can probably write her name at the end of the year. She's gonna be brilliant, right? So that's one of the reasons why I don't, you know, try to say like no to her all the time. I show her the little things that I do. You want to use the phone? Okay, then let me show you how to use the phone. I don't say no, don't take my phone. This is how you use a pen. This is how you use the phone. This is how you screw on a bottle on the thing. I don't a cover on the bottle rather, right? And I show her these little things because I'm not a scientist or I'm not a biologist, but I know that she's putting together the dots and her brain cells are developing because now she's understanding how certain things work. And even though she obviously is gonna put it in her mouth because her feelers are still in her mouth as opposed to your hands as much, no, it's still going to be good for her. Eventually she's gonna stop putting the pen in her mouth or the cover or the cork in her mouth. There's absolutely nothing wrong with babies putting the things in their mouth, but I allow her to be herself and like do all of these things, touch this, touch that. If we go out and she wants to go on the floor, I let her go on the floor. It depends. I would, but a lot of the times if there's grass though, I would definitely let her go on the grass, play on the grass, walk on the grass, like whatever it may be, because she wants to explore. Like she's seeing all of these things and she wants to understand the world around her. So yeah, so I just wanted to kind of share that the whole pen thing. At first I used to be like, no, you're not gonna get it because of, you know, it's like a joke in your eye, or you're gonna do something with it, or you could stick yourself in your throat or something like that. But I just decided to just let me show her what to do. And I'm just so impressed that a 10-month-old is scribbling. Like, who does that? You know what I mean? I feel like when you're 1 or so, she's gonna be 11 months this month still, but like, who, you know what I mean, who does that? Like, who screws on a bottle, or who can pull apart a bottle, meaning the nipple cover, the nipple and the ring nipple, and put it on the bottle, and who put something together like that? You know what I mean? I just let her play with anything. So right, I just wanted to end now by saying that no is not a negative word, and the don't and the can't, but as parents we should always strive to talk to our children in a positive light. And saying no all the time, even though it may not be in a negative way, it can be interpreted as such. And the thing is, what you do now as a parent a lot of the times will carry on throughout, you know, our child's childhood or throughout our parenthood. And we don't want it to be a case where our child is growing up, because the thing is, you know, a child, their inner voice is our voice. It's how we talk to them that they talk to themselves on a level. So we have to try to be positive, we have to try to be reaffirming, we have to try to let them feel good about things, we have to try to let them understand certain things, and don't talk to them or treat them like they're babies. They're human. I mean, obviously they're babies because you have to go obviously protect them from certain things, but explain to them certain things, talk to them about certain things, talk to them about your feelings. So if them slap you, if them hit you, because you know that sometimes baby can't really, they're so strong, sometimes they can't regulate their strengths, or you know, how strong they are with like pulling you or dragging you or pulling down certain things. And you know, sometimes them will slap you, but it's not really a slap, you know, them just can't really manage or regulate them strength. So we can let them know that, you know, if you hit mommy like that or if you hit daddy like that, it's gonna hurt. Please, please, please be gentle. So it's just a matter of how we talk to them. So it's about like, don't lick me or don't do this or don't do that or no, stop it. We simply say, be gentle, it hurts when you do that, or find a proper way to explain to them so them can understand certain things and then can understand that we feel as parents too. So it's important for them to understand all of these things. And it's important for us, as I said before, to just be positive and think about how you would want to be raised or spoken to as a child, and treat your child like that, but obviously in the best and in a good way. Only say no in cases of emergency. So them actually understand. Oh, my face routine it, you know. Yeah, so only say no in cases of emergency, so they can actually get the picture of what you're trying to save them from or what you're trying to show them. So please like, share, subscribe, and definitely I want to hear actually in the comments, like, what do you think about that? What do you think about saying no all the time to your child? So let's have a discussion in the comments. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to hear what you have to say. So yeah, good night. I forgot to put this part in there, so I'm gonna just drop it in. So the point about giving them options. So you know how when we say no, sometimes it takes away their power, right? I made a note of this, but I missed it. Sometimes when we say no to our babies or toddlers or children, it takes away their power sometimes. So again, as opposed to saying the no or the can't or the shouldn't or this or that, we can give them options. So for example, say she wants to play with this comb, right? So as opposed to saying no, don't play with the comb, give them options. Give her options. So give her 2 toys. I don't have any toys in this room, but let's just say these are the 2 toys. Give her the option. Let her feel like, or let them feel like they have a choice in the whole thing. So since she's not allowed to play with the comb, we can just give them 2 options. So do you want to play with this toy or do you want to play with that? The other toy that you wanted to use is, or the other item that you wanted to play with is unsafe for you. It will cut you, it will do this or it will do that. But you can have these 2 safe choices, which is best for you. Which one do you want? I saw me talk to her. I saw me reason with her more a while, because she sometimes want to ramp with nail clip, right? And it's like not the best thing to play with, you know what I mean? So it's important that they have a choice, and it helps with their empowerment. They feel empowered, they feel good, they feel confident, they get, you know, a healthy self-esteem and all of those things. Like, guys, I'm just like so big on reading about child psychology and maternal health and wellness when it comes to raising children and taking care of them, because I just love, we never know say someone that like the whole thing. I had no clue, but I love it, and I'm just loving this side of me right now. But yeah, so that's the part that I wanted to input. Let's just go back to the regular thing now. All right.